Hello, welcome to Retro is Everything. I'm Millie. Today we are going to do something a little different. I'm on the Windows machine. By Windows I mean Windows 1, which is running on a Dell Dimension 4700. And I'll show the specs up here from the BIOS just so you can see what this is. This system is running under DOS version 3.31. Maximum disk size for DOS version 3.31 is 32 megabytes. This has a 32 gigabyte hard drive. It only has 640 kilobytes of memory right now available to it. The system has 4 gigabytes. It's running at about 2.6 gigahertz, which you can see the effect of when I start Windows 1. Windows 1, when you first start it up, you get a blue splash screen that says Microsoft on it. Then it shows you a couple things down below. And then it takes you into MS-DOS Executive, which is Windows 1. But when they set that up, they didn't put a time delay in it, as in sit here for 10 seconds. They had I guess a hardware delay where they just loop for a while, then continue on. And if you're running this on a fast system, you end up with never seeing it. It never gets a chance to display before it's gone. Now, if this is running Windows 1.04, which is Premier Edition, if you run the original 1.0, it will show you that title screen on a fast system because it freaks out and has a fit because it's running under VGA. And it shows a whole bunch of garbage on the screen before it finally gets past all that and then starts the system. I'm running 1.04, which is okay. It accepts VGA. It doesn't complain about it. Now, just to give you a rough idea of the setup that I have here, I'm using a setup specifically. I could run this on an XT clone and run it at the original speed, but I want to run Windows 1 on something fast. Yeah, this is a 20-year-old computer, but the specs are very fast, and the specs are way too much for this to use. That's why it just goes so quickly. I'm using this system also because this has an onboard serial port, a COM1 on the motherboard. And since I'm running an old version of DOS, I can't use USB adapters to give me serial cards. So, COM1 on there. COM1 normally would be your serial mouse for Windows 1, or COM2 if you have it. But since I only have the one serial port, I need to use that for serial communications. But the nice thing is Windows 1.04 Premier lets you use a PS2 mouse, which is what I'm using here. And thank you for letting me know that Java should be updated, Windows 10. No matter how many times I tell it to shut up, it still keeps going back. So, what I want to do today is I want to do something cute. Or something, yeah, cute. I just want to show you something. I have an adapter for this system called a Modem 232, which lets you access the internet and access Telnet BBSs, which I'm going to demo in a future video. But what I'm doing instead here is I have this system connected over my shoulder, where other computers are, to a Lynx system via serial port. I'm going to log into the Lynx system, and then I'm going to run a text browser. And we're going to surf the internet through Windows 1. So to do that, I'm just going to open up my terminal setup here that I called Lynx. Do I wish to connect? Yes. Now I am connected to the Lynx system. In future videos, I'll go into detail on the settings. I just want to give you a rough idea of what I'm doing here. So what I'm going to do now is I got me a little cheat sheet here. I can just use up arrow too if I want to. But I'm going to access Lynx. I'm going to do Lynx, which is a program that I download. No color because the ANSI for Windows Terminal doesn't support color. It barely supports anything. So no color. Terminal, I'm going to tell it to be VT100 because the Windows Terminal likes that one the best. And I'm going to tell it to accept all cookies. Otherwise, I'm going to have to say yes to every single cookie that comes down. Thank you, Europe. Just because you're on a cookie diet doesn't mean we all have to be. So I tell it to accept all cookies, so it automatically Shows me that. And what I'm going to do is I got a couple of websites here I can go to. I'm going to go to CNN, which is light.cnn.com. And now what it's going to do is it's going to start links over there. Come on. Well, isn't it? Oh, I got to log in. Oh, I didn't realize it said log in up here. Look how dumb I am. Let me log in. Don't look at my super secret password that I use. I know I typed it in wrong. Let me try that again. Again, don't look at my super secret password that I use. All right, now I'm in here. Now I can do that. Now I can do the links. And I'm just going to, what I did is I brought up the history. I'm just going to type it in this way. The observant of you may have noticed that it said chatgpt.com, which I'll show you. But right now I want to go to lightcnn.com just to look at the news. It's loading the website right now on the Linux system and showing it to me here. So here we go. Yeah, it's hard to read, but it is the internet. And I can use the arrow keys to move around here. So let's just go down and let's just find something I might want to read. Could paper checks be on the way out like the penny? Probably. I don't use them. So I'm going to open it up. And there we got the story of the paper checks. I could read it if I want. It's hard to view because this is not, the terminal program is not handling all of the ANSI commands. So you see some garbage gets mixed in. But it does work. Now I'm going to hit the back button to go, or the left arrow to go back. I'm already at the first document. So let's just exit out. And I'm going to do another one. Let's go to textfiles.com. Now this one behaves a little better. This is a website full of text files from the BBS error, which is very interesting. So I'm just going to come down here to where are the text files, hit enter to load that up. And now here's the text files. Favorite 100, files you should not follow, Apple II's, artwork. I like the artwork. Some of this does actually work on here. So let's just go down and see some of it. This is artwork that would have been on websites back in the bulletin board days. Some of these work, some of them don't. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, that don't even look like a picture. Let's see if I can find something that looks like a picture. Yeah, Angie Nude works. You get garbage in here. This is actually ANSI characters, or not ANSI characters, regular characters that Terminal doesn't have built into its font. There's a lot of lines and other things, and it doesn't show it. Let's show Barney text. Oh, look, it's Barney. And let's just do one more. Let's go to, I said I tried ChatGPT earlier, right here. Let's go to ChatGPT. It does load it. It does load a text version of it. All these alternates here, I have no idea what they do, but you have to work your way past them because they're there. But when you get down to the buttons, none of them work. Down here, it's telling me how to actually do things. So I'm going to go down here. I just want to try to, I'd love to be able to talk to it. So I'm going to go to button. This should be the GPT button, which lets me talk. But it doesn't do anything because if you notice down here, it's saying script buttons, bad HTML. Because, and yeah, I talked to ChatGPT about it, and it says that it relies too heavily on modern day web elements that it would not work on this. But it was something I tried. Now, one other thing I want to show real quick is I'm going to go on a website called FrogFind, which is a search engine written by Is it All Things Retro or something like that? I believe his name is Sebastian. I'll put a little thingy up here just so you know who he is. But he wrote it so that he could access, and it's FrogFind, not Fog or Fong, which is spelled correctly. I'm going to go on frogfind.com. It's a search engine that lets you search for things. And I'm just going to search for Telnet BBS. And yeah, it shows me all these things. Now I'm going to see, can I actually see the Telnet BBS guide via Telnet? Probably not. Let's try it and see. What's happening in here is all my data is going through FrogFind, and FrogFind is cleaning it up and making it as simplified as possible for me to be able to view it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This did work some. You can see that there is some stuff in here. I really can't do much with it. Let's view the brief list. Let's see if it shows me anything. Most of the stuff looks like garbage on the screen. The article is missing. This is what happens on a lot of websites. You get article is missing because it's just not. It's just not compatible with what we're trying to do here. Let's try something else here. Back out to here. And I know this will not work, but let's just try for gets and shiggles. Let's just try YouTube. It should say browser, not a compatible browser. Let's just see. Oh my God, I got almost to loading something. Well, can I load anything from here? Can I like maybe see the about page on YouTube? I won't see any text, but maybe I can see some text. Oh my God, I can actually read some of this stuff here. This is pretty cool. So I'm actually on YouTube right now and I'm reading some of the text there. So what I just did here is I just wanted to make a real brief demo of accessing the internet via terminal on Windows 1. I'm going to do a lot more on Windows 1 over the next few weeks. I want to write some software for it. I want to write a hello world. I got to download Visual C that was designed for Windows 1. I want to write a hello world. I just want to do some things with it. A software package that I never saw. I didn't touch Windows until Windows 3.1 for workgroups. That's when I started using it. Prior to that, I was into CP/M all the time, and the PCs were verboten. I didn't touch them. So I never saw these. I mean, I've tinkered with this off and on over the past few years. I think it's very cute, very quaint. But I'd like to see how far can we take it. What can we do with this here? This is just minimal. This is just being able to access things on the internet or other computers. But there's other things I'd like to do with it too. I mean, you can use, I'll exit out of here and just give you a quickie. Yeah, and disconnect it. I can use things. I can use write-to-write programs. I can use, what can I use? Calculator, calendar, card file, clipboard. We got a lot of little things in here that are kind of cute. But there you go. Quick, simple video using Windows 1.04 Premiere. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. This is a new channel and I want to boost the number of subscribers on here. Leave a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Have a good day.